I was the night security supervisor at the Grand Metropolitan, a luxury hotel in downtown's financial district, when my pregnant wife went into labor 3 weeks early. It was 2 a.m. on a Tuesday, deep into the graveyard shift I'd worked for 4 years to support our growing family. The hotel's marble lobby stretched before me like a cathedral, its polished floors reflecting the warm amber glow of crystal chandeliers. I'd grown to appreciate these quiet hours. The wealthy guests slept soundly while I walked the halls, checking doors and monitoring security feeds. It was honest work that paid well enough for Sarah to stay home during her high-risk pregnancy. We'd been planning everything so carefully, counting down the weeks until our daughter's arrival. My phone's shrill ring cut through the silence like a knife. Sarah's voice came through panicked and breathless. "Mike, my water broke, and there's blood. Something's not right. The contractions are coming fast. The baby's coming now, Mike. It shouldn't be happening yet. I'm scared something's wrong with her." The fear in her voice hit me like a physical blow. I immediately called Jake, my assistant manager, while striding toward the security office. "I need you to come in and cover the remaining 4 hours. Sarah's in labor and there are complications." "I've got this," Jake said without hesitation. "Go be with your wife. Don't worry about anything here." I was grabbing my jacket when Marcus appeared in the doorway, like some nightmare materialized. My boss had been entertaining investors in the hotel's bar all evening. His expensive suit was wrinkled and stained, his usually perfect hair disheveled, and his breath reeked of top-shelf whiskey. "Where exactly do you think you're going? We have a full house tonight, and that Hollywood celebrity's entourage just checked in." He swayed slightly, gripping the doorframe. "I need you here to babysit their security detail. My wife's in labor. The baby's coming early with complications." I tried to step around him, but he blocked my path. "I need to get to the hospital now. Your personal problems aren't my concern tonight, Mike. Either stay here and do the job I pay you for, or don't bother coming back tomorrow." I dealt with Marcus's power trips for 4 years, watching him transform from an ambitious assistant manager into a tyrant drunk on authority. But this crossed every line. "Marcus, my wife could lose our baby. I need to be there." He straightened his tie with trembling fingers. "And I could lose this contract if anything goes wrong with these VIP guests tonight. What's your point?" The rage that filled me was ice cold and clarifying. I slowly unclipped my security badge and radio, setting them on his desk with deliberate care. The badge made a soft click that seemed to echo in the sudden silence. "What are you doing?" he asked, his voice rising with uncertainty. "I'm choosing my family over your profit margin. I quit, effective immediately." His face transformed from smugly confident to genuinely panicked. "You can't quit mid-shift. Who's going to handle security?" I smiled for the first time since my phone rang. "You are, Marcus. Good luck with those celebrity stalkers Jake mentioned earlier. They've been testing our perimeter security all night." I pushed past him toward the parking garage, leaving him standing there in panic. Sarah had our daughter 20 minutes after I burst through the hospital doors. Emma arrived small but healthy, her cries filling the delivery room with the most beautiful sound I'd ever heard. When I called Jake the next morning, he was laughing so hard he could barely speak. Marcus spent the entire night frantically calling security companies while dealing with 3 separate incidents he had no clue how to handle. "He fired the whole night crew this morning when we stood up for you. But here's the beautiful part," Jake continued. "The general manager heard what happened, how Marcus abandoned his post while intoxicated and drove away his most experienced supervisor during a crisis. Marcus was terminated this morning for breach of professional conduct. 2 weeks later, while adjusting to sleepless nights with our newborn daughter, the general manager called with an offer I couldn't refuse. Marcus's position at double my previous salary.